Hi guys, welcome to our Power Pilates session. This is day 14, so I think that makes us nearly halfway. How exciting. So we're going to start by coming to the edge of our mat. We're going to tuck our chin to our chest and start rolling down, tucking over those knees and rolling back up. Here I want you to draw attention, making sure that spine is neutral. You can take a few pelvic tilts if you need. Make sure you're long in your neck. Make sure your rib cage isn't flaring. Make sure you're engaging your core, pulling in and upwards as we do in Pilates, and make sure you're inhaling through your nose, exhaling, rolling down through your past lip. Taking an inhale at the bottom and then rolling back up. Lovely. Going to go down again, rolling over. Inhale here, exhale. I want you to reach up with your hands, look up to the ceiling, and one more roll. Rolling down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, slowly roll up from the lower spine up to the top of the spine, reach up and stretch. We're going to roll down again, taking your chin to chest, rolling through that upper spine, that lower spine. When you get to the bottom, I want you to take hold of your hands in almost a folded position. I want you to turn with your upper body and your head. Inhale to the center, exhale, turn. Inhale to the center, exhale, turn. Inhale to center, exhale, turn. One more on each side, just loosening up. And back to center, slowly rolling up. And again, stretching upwards. From here, roll back down over those legs. And I want you to walk out into a high plank. So now we're in a high plank. Just double check that your posture is nice and your weight is over your hands. Your shoulders and hands are in line. We're going to push back to a downward dog on the exhale. And then we're going to inhale and exhale as we pedal our feet. So just your feet are going down. That's adding a slight bend in that neck in that downward dog. Looking back towards your knees, keeping that neck nice and long. Keep pushing your navel to your spine, squeezing that belly in. Keep breathing. Four more. From here, I want you to melt your... From here, I want you to push forward into that plank again, curling your back and bringing your knee in, and then back out to downward dog. And the other leg. Really curving that spine as you come forward. Keeping that neck nice and long, downward dog and curve. Keep going. Squeezing that belly in. Nice posture. Two more. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, curl. From here, coming down onto all fours and then sliding your body down to lying. Lovely. You're going to take an inhale here. Your arms are by your side, getting ready and preparing for that cobra we've done before. Just make sure that your hips, your legs are hip distance apart. You're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, pushing up off those hands and curling that back and head round into your cobra. And then inhale back down. And exhale, cobra. Inhale down. Exhale, squeezing that belly. Cobra. Inhale. Exhale. Four more. We're here going into our next 2 cobras. 1 more. Perfect. From here, coming up into 4-point kneeling, your hands are directly under your shoulders and your knees are directly under your hips, at hip and shoulder width. Taking a few pelvic tilts here, finding that neutral spine. Lovely. We're going to extend that left leg back and that right arm forward, just to hip height, and then curl it in, curling our back. I lost a bit of stability there. Make sure you're engaging your core to keep stable. Keep going. You want to really feel that crunch and that burn in that stomach as you pull in. Keep going. 2 more on this side. 1 more. And placing that back down. Starting on the other side, make sure you're not dipping into that opposite hip as you curl in. Bring your head back to face your knee as your upper body curves. 4 more. And 1 more. And back down. Going to do the same, but we're going to pulse. So our left arm and leg come up to hip height and we're going to pulse. Squeeze that belly in. 2 more. And swapping onto the other side. 2 more. Squeeze that belly and back down. So from here, our left leg is going to extend up. We're only working on this side for now. We're going to pull knee in to our elbow, nice and wide, so just our left elbow, and then extend back. So it's this movement, keeping that neck nice and long and facing down to the mat. Make sure you're not curving into that hip too much. Let's go. 8 of these. Two more. And last one. Lovely. From here, placing that leg down, I want you to collapse your arm. So your right arm is going to come down to the mat, your forearm's now on the mat, and your hand can just rest on that opposite hand. You're going to pull up into a donkey kick and then back down. You can face that side. Make sure you're not wobbling through that other leg. Squeezing our core nice and tight. 3 more. Back down. Lovely. Doing the same on the other side, so we're going to start on the right side, extending that leg to hip height, and then taking it in to the elbow on that right side. Make sure you're not going too into that left hip. It's really quite difficult. Keeping that neck nice and long. Crunching into those obliques and focusing on those abductors. 2 more. Lovely. Collapsing that arm and start abducting that on that side. Squeezing your core. One more. And taking that back down. You can push back to downward dog, removing any tension. Couple of breaths here. Lovely. Coming up onto all fours and pushing up into a high plank, pushing up into downward dog. Bring your left leg up to the ceiling and then lunge forward. Lovely. So you're now in a low lunge. From here we're going to rotate through that right side, so rotating to the other side, looking up at your hand and then back. Exhale, rotating in that low lunge, opening up your hip, opening up your chest. Feel a nice stretch in that hip. Staying stable by engaging our core. Keep going. Two more. Lovely. Pushing back into that high plank, pushing back into that downward dog, taking your right leg to the ceiling and pushing forward into that low lunge. And back, exhale. Inhale back, staying nice and stable. Engaging that core. Two more here. Last one. Look at that hand and back. Lovely. Bringing your other leg forward and then rolling up to standing. We're going to squat down to the mat. We're going to squat. We're going to stand and then lengthen through that spine, a nice big curl, and squat again, lengthen through that spine. Make sure we're squatting through our heels, exhaling, extending up, nice and tall. Four more. Last one, I want you to stay down here, we're going to pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming back up. Hinge forward, our arms are going to be upwards. Let me show you like this. We're going to hinge through our hips. So some people actually struggle with hinging. It's like you're doing a deadlift in the gym. It's like you're sending your bum backwards, your body's kind of on a diagonal facing forward. You're not squatting. Your legs are straight. Lovely. Our hands are going to go up, our arms. Your left leg is going to come back and tap and then back in. So it's just like this. So this knee is bent now. So you're bending into that opposite side. Four more. Two more. Lovely. From here we can go on to the other side, so back in that hinge, bending into that opposite leg. Keep going. Two more. And back up. We're going to go into a lunge, so you're lunging your right leg back. We're hinging over that left leg, so your body's like on a diagonal, hinging over those hips. We're going to extend that right leg back, and then come on your inhale, come up and lengthen through your spine nice and tall. Exhale, extend that leg back and hinge, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, extend, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, extend, inhale, lengthen. As we go through the weeks, we can add arms here, but this one is quite difficult, so we're going to focus on doing it with no arms. Hinge and lengthen. Two more. And lengthen. And lengthen. Lovely. Swapping legs. Remember, you can always focus on a point on the ground to keep your balance. Going into a lunge on that with that left leg. Nice and tall. Hinging over on the exhale and extending, and then back to standing. Extend and lengthen through that spine. Losing my balance on this side. You might find your balance is better on one of the sides. Keep going. We've got 3 more. And your last one now. And back. Okay, going back into that lunge with the right leg back. We're going to hinge over our leg. Your leg back, your right leg's going to kick back, and you're going to pulse. Hands can come in front. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Going on to the other side, hinging over that leg. Arms can come up, leg extends, and pulse. Really testing our balance, squeezing our core. 1, 2, and down. Lovely. Coming onto our back now. Checking we've got a neutral spine by taking a few pelvic tilts here. Lovely. Walking our hands, our feet back to our bum and tickling them and taking one step out. Hands are going to clasp behind our neck. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, crunching up, and inhale down. Just a small movement. Lovely. Neck nice and long. Four more. Keep going. Squeezing that belly in and upwards. 2 more. And last one. That's great. That's great. From here, I want your arms to be an abdo prep, so that means your upper body's kind of up in that crunch. Neck's nice and long. Both your legs are going to come outwards, straight, extend. You can have them higher if you find it difficult to have them low. We're going to crunch them in with our head in, and then bring our head back, but it's still floating above the ground, and our legs extend, floating above the ground. Inhale, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale, extend. Inhale, exhale, just 4 more. Nice and slow. 2 more. And last one. Holding it here for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and placing your feet and your head back down. I'm going to go into single leg stretch now. So your legs are going to be in tabletop. Head's going to go up to abdo prep. You're going to extend one leg. Head's going to come down, still float in, but down, and then back up. Exhale, extend, inhale, back up. 3 more. 1 more. Lovely. And then the other leg. 4 more. 2 more. Lovely. From here, your head can come down, legs can stay in tabletop. We're going to reach our head up to that opposite leg into our bicycle. Just focusing on that left side for now. Last bit, guys. 2 more. And now our other leg. Twisting to that right side. Really small movement. 3 more. 1 more. And back down. Lovely. Coming back down, just twisting through our hips a little bit, relieving some of that tension, giving our neck a rest. For our last exercise, I want your legs to be straight. We're going to pull one leg up and touch the ankle as our upper body comes up. So this one, we've done it before, and back down. Other leg, and back down. Four more. 2 more. And last one. Lovely. Bringing our knees in and just rocking here. Then pressing them out nice and long, our arms come up nice and long. And stretching as long as we can. Really lengthening ourselves out. Taking our left leg to tabletop, our right leg crosses over and pulling that left leg in towards us. Getting a nice glute stretch. And from there, swapping it over to the other side. Pulling that in. Coming up to cross-legged, rotating our neck, and the other way. Lovely. From here you can walk your hands forward and just curve over, stretching everything out. Make sure your bum is staying on that mat. As far as you can go, curving over. Moving our hands back. And that's the end of week 2, guys.